we know as ADH. It exactly like its sound. Antidiuretic means it's helping our body to retain water. Now, I want you to imagine that you are walking in the park with a high temperature without drinking or eating a food. You will realize that your body is sweating a lot and dehydrated, which make your blood and extracellular fluids hyperosmolar. So in these situations, your body starts to realize, oh, blood needs water. Now it's time for ADH taking an action. But how this whole system works? So I want you to imagine that this is the part of the brain and this is the kidney. So this is the hypothalamus, this is the infundibulum, this is the optic chiasm, and this is supraoptic nucleus, and the last one is the pituitary gland. The front one we call as the anterior and the back one we call as the posterior. What happened is the supraoptic nucleus inside the hypothalamus gonna synthesize the ADH to be stored at the posterior pituitary gland. What actually happened is when the trigger occurs, the nerve cell here gonna move the ADH to the posterior pituitary gland. Inside the posterior pituitary gland, the blood flow gonna move the ADH to the small vein. When it comes to the small vein gonna move the ADH to the kidney. But what is the meaning of the trigger that I mentioned before? So the trigger mean here is first higher blood concentration, or we know as osmolarity. The second one is lower blood pressure, and the third one is the lower blood volumes. So this condition will trigger the ADH to take an action. So back to our situation where we are the place that have a high temperature. So now we already know that ADH is moved to the kidney, but actually what happened inside the kidney? Let's see. In kidney, the ADH make the collecting duct more permeable to water, and thus water is reabsorbed back into the body, and this make the urine more concentrated. To make it simple, when the water level is rise above the normal, the hypothalamus will detect the low solute concentrations and the pituitary start to release less ADH, and the kidney will reabsorb less water. While when the water level is dropped below the normal range, the hypothalamus will detect the higher concentrations of solute in the blood, and what happen is the pituitary gonna release more ADH, and the kidney will reabsorb more water. For example, when the person drink water, ADH will stimulate the kidney to reabsorb more water. So that's all for me. Thank you.